Hey designer, welcome to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make this professional flyer using your smartphone. Let's check the preview of the design. Before jumping into today's tutorial, let's check the intro.
Diko Graphics, skills with creativity.
Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when we post new videos.
So guys, without wasting much of our time, let's dive into today's tutorial.
Yeah, good evening guys. Welcome back to Diko Graphics design training. I believe we are doing great today. Today I'm going to show you the easy steps how you can use ordinary shape on your pixelLab to create a WhatsApp logo. WhatsApp business is one of the lucrative business that it kind of a hustle that we young adults engage ourselves with nowadays. And before they can succeed at, or let me say part of the prerequisites in set up a WhatsApp TV is to have a very awesome WhatsApp TV logo. Let's assume a client asks you to create a WhatsApp TV logo that can really showcase what the person is really into. How can you come up with one? Remember, I thought this is one of the side also that people are really engaged in nowadays. And to be a successful one, you need something very unique so that at least whatever you want to package will be really succeeded. How can you come up with this WhatsApp TV logo that will be quite different from others and very captivating and awesome and can wow the audience, that will make them to check in the status more and more? So without so much talk and without wasting much of our time, let's dive into this. I've already done two things behind the screen. The first thing is I use my bezier to carve out some shape. Then I kept it to my phone, my gallery. Then I want to show you this before we can proceed, just to save the time. And what I did is I just come directly to my bezier tools. After clicking it, you must see this. Tap on empty area, tap on empty area. Now you see under the action, there is a first icon and second icon. Tap on the second icon to close. Remember, when a point is like all these points, we have 4 points. It's like a 4 human being. If they are not joined hand together, there is tendency that people can pass through them. We don't want anything to pass through this, but look at a human being. If actually join hands together, they can form whatever shape they really wanted to form. What I'm saying in essence is this: when you join this particular point together, you can use it to form whatever you wanted to form as a shape or as an object. So now how can we come up with something relating to this? What I did here, sorry, I forgot. I click here, then I tap on 4. Sorry again. I type this, then I closed. Then you need to, under the bezier mode, tap on this middle one. That one is called it bezier mode, that make it ready for actions. So I will just show you one, then we are going to import to the other to make the work easier. And this is how I did it. So after selecting the 4 points, just be at this particular edge. We'll have another one here. Why this one go a long way, just as perfect as this. So after making it in this way, then I started polishing it and setting the standard for it to make it form what I want it to form. So this one, I don't allow any of it to smooth. I make it to be smooth and slopey. So now everything is actually look awesome, just as this. Then after creating it that way, I went directly to my opacity, which is this, and I close it. I increase it to 100. Then the stroke at the edge, I reduce that to 0. Then I started readjusting to make sure that everything is actually cool. Just readjusting, just as this. Then I readjust this a little bit, a little bit, then this one go in a little bit, and this one come down. So just to form the WhatsApp TV. It's not something you can just quickly draw on like this, but I need to show you it. You need to take your attention like see
Don't
you are
forget
drawing.
to hit the subscribe
Then after
button
the end,
and the
at the
bell
end of the
icon.
day, I click OK. Then I reduce, and this is how I first of all form. Then let me go and bring the real one. I mean the one I took my time to draw for you to be able to see how it works. So I have the two here. So the first and the second one. So I have this, which I first of all form, and as you can see, then I have the second one which is the inner one, just this. So what I did is I'm going to hide this, then we'll have this at our center. Then I'm going to the color area where I want to give it a WhatsApp color, as you can see. So after that, I'm going to position it to the center. Then I'm going to use my relative position. So after this, the next thing I'm going to do is to enable the one I'm hidden, then increase the size just as this. Then after increasing the size, I have a way of making it to just fit in at one particular angle, just as this. So after making it fit in at this particular angle, I can even reduce the size if possible, just for it to be able to work. So after positioning it at this particular angle, the next thing I'm going to do is to change the color to whatever I want. To make the color, because you can see categorically that this is exactly what I do normally say whenever I'm making a design on how you can combine two or more color together. You can see the two color is somehow deep, but for the top one to show, so that the bottom, the below one will not be able to swallow it, we can just use a stroke. That is the essence of using stroke. Then that white, which is the lighter, will come in, and then after coming, then we can increase our stroke to the level that we actually can to the level we can appreciate. So after that, we can now reposition whatever that we are doing, and if possible, you can just reduce the size so that your position will be able to work as you went. So after you position it very well, the next thing you are going to do is to just match the two, lock the two together. Then we need to just go to the shape, and we need an half circle, reduce the size just as this. So after reducing the size, if possible, you can just readjust if you want, just a little bit. So the next thing we are going to do is to give it a color that can make the background want to blend. So after that, you position this here, just here. So we can go back here where we want to just skip it train. Then we increase the size just as perfect as this, and we position it to the center just as this, and we bring it in, just let it be like this. Okay, cool, but it has to be still long a little bit, so let's make it long a little bit. Okay, so let's look at it. Is it really cool like this? No, so we still need to just adjust. So it's okay like this. Just position, and let's see after reposition. Okay, perfect. So after that, I'm thinking of not allowing it to be smooth, so you can copy, then hide it, and then merge it together to just turn it to a shape, not that again. So I have something like this. We reduce something like this and rotate it again. Okay, I believe it's actually working the way I want it, like this.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon.
It should be able to work, because this is what it will form the part of the shape. So if there's any mistake in forming it, there is tendency that it will not really appear. It won't really appear the way you want it. So now as it is, the next thing we're going to do is to just continue with whatever we want to do. So form this particular shape as I'm doing it. Form it. Then after that, let it form properly. Okay, good. Change the color. Then you rotate. Just rotate it. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to do something. We don't need to form another one. We just copy, then we position to the center, then we rotate to -30 again. So after from that, sorry, we rotate to -30. After from that, then we can
Don't forget to
shift
hit
it
the
to
subscribe
this
button and the
particular
bell
area.
icon.
But once will be small, while the other will be long. Then we just adjust and make it relevant. So the first one needs to just be adjusted just a little bit, but up. Okay, perfect. Then the second one will be around that place, but needs to just be rotating again. So we can come here while we're going to rotate it a bit. So after making it, after rotating it to our own, to the desired angle that we want, or we think it's dim fit, so we can just leave it, but we need to just look at it properly to make it real and communicative. So now we have this. Fine. So the next thing we're going to do, we have a circle, we have a rectangle, and turn it to circle. Pick the same color. So turn it to small, make it a small by cropping exactly like this. So after that, we don't make it to be too longer. So we are going to put it at the edge. We'll make it at the edge. Okay, perfect. Copy. So we brought this at the towards at the top of this. Pick at this again. So I believe it should be able to work like this. So if it is too small, we can increase the size to make it fit in the way we actually wanted. So let's reposition it. Then we don't need to drag ourselves, just copy, because if we sell, we should make another one for the second one. There is probability that the size might not be the same. Remember, there is no any measurement for this, so we need to just making everything to be uniform. We make it a more look professional. So we need to pay more attention to that, because by forming another one, we make it to lose or the quality. So now we have this. The next thing we're going to do, we have how many number of shape we can put in this to make it more okay. So we turn our radius to something like let's say 8, that can make it actually form whatever we want it to form. So I'm going to form that at the middle of this. So let's say 10. So after forming it, or let me form it here. Let's form it here. Okay, perfect. So if we actually want to have it here, then we'll have another one here. So we can turn this to this. Then we'll have this at the end of the day. So we don't allow it to be too bold. Then you can see perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is to just make sure that let's just have this deleted. Then the first we'll bring it towards the front. So after that, the next thing we're going to do is to use our relative position, then centralize it. Then we're going to copy with centralize. So after centralize, just tap, maybe let's say we have 5, then tap 1. Okay, let's just back it. Let's say the way it is, and we tap 1, 2, 2. You can see 1, 2. Then we copy. After copy, we are going to position to the center. Then we go back and type 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see, right? So we make it to be 3. The next thing we are going to do to make it a uniform, don't just be lazy, just do the neat work. So the next thing we are going to do is to just come here, then we type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it has to be rhyme. We copy. We position it, relative position to the center. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Making how many? Making 5. Then the last one that we want to do, we position to the center. Then we'll go to the position arrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you can see that everything is accurate. So the next thing we're going to do at that junction is to just merge the whole work together. So I'm coming here, I want to merge everything, and I decided not to merge it, then I will still move it, but I don't want anything to scatter. So I've already merged the whole 5. So after merging it, I will find a special place here where I'm going to just have a shape. So the essence of merging it is for me to reduce if it is trying not to fit in. So after positioning that way, the next thing I'm going to do is to just adjust and make sure that everything is actually rhyme. So after repositioning it, then we are good to go. We can just proceed to that area. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go to my shape. After I go to my shape, then I turn this to circle. After turning it to circle, then I will reduce the size to a bare minimal level, just as this. So after that, I will have to position around here. Remember what we're forming? We're forming what we call a WhatsApp logo. So we want to do something that will represent the WhatsApp that people can. And then the color we're using, that is where I derive or the color from. So after this, we can position it to the center. So I type the idea of color from the kind of a design that we want to make. So you make this to be uniform, you are not even reducing the size, so the two can actually carry the same size of a shape, just as this. So we just need to adjust this. That is what we're going
Don't
to
forget
do.
to hit the
We'll
subscribe
adjust this,
button and the
let it
bell
go up
icon.
a little bit, just as this. Let it go up. So okay, perfect. So after positioning it here, or we can reduce it a little bit. But remember what happened to the first one. After reducing it just as this, we need to just copy. We don't need to form another one. So just position it here. Let it go up a little bit, but not as close as what we think. So reposition here. You need to take your time while doing this. So bringing this here. Okay, perfect. So we can now bring it here, so let it just fit around here, but not as far as this. So we need to move it closer, so it's good. So after that, the next thing we're going to do is to just go back to our gallery. I need a WhatsApp logo, so which I'm going to place at the middle. So this is a WhatsApp TV logo, so I need to place this at the middle, so you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do after placing it at the middle, I will just apply a little shadow to make it work. So we need something, let's say we need something like this. We go into the shadow, apply the shadow, reduce the shadow a little bit, let your offset white to be something like 3, click on plus sign, then you move the middle one towards the edge, just as this. So you can reduce the size just as this, then your offset white should just be reduced, so that at least it will be noticeable. That is the essence of that. It won't be blend to the background. Now we'll make it work like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is to just give with a brand name. So let's say we have a Diko TV. So you can see, right? So we are going to just maintain the white to put this at the middle. Then you can see, just put it at the middle. This is actually cool, right? So we can both to see how it look. Very cool. So we have this at the end of the day. So the next thing we're going to do after having this, we can make it a boat if we actually wanted, but the space in between shouldn't be much like this. So let's try whether we can see any other logo markup that we can use. So let's just see. Let's see, we have Gaman, Gemrad TV. Okay, this should be okay, but we need to just click is deep the space in between, or we do it separately. That is the essence. So we do it separately by bringing the logo, the first one, to come here. Okay, so after that is space in between, or we decided to maintain the first that we're using instead of that. So while we are having this, so this should be around here. So after that, the next thing we're going to do is to just delete the first two. So position this here, then we copy, and we have TV. So now having the TV, I'm going to show you how you can just present this on the markup that will make it look awesome using a certain markup or other way around. So now how can you centralize it at the end of the day? We can centralize in a simple format, very simple. Just come here and match the two together, tap on this icon, then you can be able to move it to the center, and you use your eye to measure the imbalance to balance it. So now that we're done with everything, the next thing we're going to do, we can just merge the whole work. You can see we'll merge the whole work, merge it directly, then we save it. So after saving it, then we reduce the size, then you are good to go, right? So click on the just apply the kind of a color that we want to apply. So go to the color area, then we have this at the end of the day. And how do you save it? Very cool, right? So we are able to make something, but we haven't finished yet. The next thing we're going to do after we make this is to just form the leg. So we're going to come here. After coming here, then the next thing we're going to do is to form our leg how we want it to be. So we click OK, then we go to the mask. We'll go to the mask. This is I combine the two things at the same time. So we just come here, we form this, so which you can see. So we want to form the leg anyway, so we'll form this anyhow we want to form it. So after forming the leg, just bring this thing here. Okay, perfect. So we'll form the leg how we want to form it. So the next thing we're going to do, because we are going to rotate at the end of the day, so we just enable, then enable, click on out. So the out will be able to give you an avenue to form whatever you want to form, but we are still there, we can just off it. So after offing it, the next thing I want us to do is to just cross it like this, for us to be able to form whatever we want to form. So which you can see. So I just want that one to form out just as this. Just so form whatever you want to form just as this. Okay, perfect. So let's click OK and click out. So we'll look at what we want to do. If the thing not really done yet, it has a way we cut the shape to form our leg. So it has a way. So we can just have this coming. So we'll have this cut out. Okay, perfect. So at the end of the day, we're able to have this, which you can see, right? So what can we do at the end of the day to form whatever everything that we actually wanted? So we are going to increase the size just as this. This is where the work started. Just click OK, then click on draw. So after clicking on draw, the next thing we are going to do is to just close the mouth with whatever the thing that you want to use. So I'm going to select the color. So select the color, then we'll use the we form it, and we close everything with our draw tools. So we're going to join the mouth, then the leg will be as this. So after this, then the next thing for us to do is to just form whatever we want to form and position it well, or better still, we just leave this side. After leaving it, then the next thing is to just reduce the size. So our leg is still going to be something of this nature. So after that, go to the color, then we apply the color we want to use, so which you can see, right? So which means we are selecting our color to be something of this nature. So reduce the size, reduce it very well. So after reducing it, so position it here, then we are going to copy. So after copy, we rotate. So rotating it just a little bit, then we are going to position that here again, just to come here, then that one will go to that. Okay, we'll have this perfect. Then we can go to the circle, that is, we rotate this a little bit, just a little bit to this side. Okay, perfect. And when you look at it, we're able to just make everything the way we want it to be. Then this one as well, we were able to form it the way we be. And this is the WhatsApp TV I'm talking about. So I believe this is helpful and it's somehow technical, but if you actually follow, you can be able to come up with this. Very simple. Thanks for watching. I believe we'll learn something from here. May God bless us.